if you not read the story Anthropology, there's massive spoilers for it, dude. And there's a link below, so click that, dude. Yeah. And if you have totally read this story, then totally read it. That was terrible.
Hello, I am, of course, Befallen Tragedy, your host, and today we have a very intimate affair.
Wait, I didn't even get to introduce myself, you jerk.
We have with my intimate affair with my co-host, AR. Delta may start to get jealous here if we start doing this.
We're not. Never mind. Yes, hello, I'm the other host, AR. So yes, it is only us two today because no one else read the dadgum story.
Hey, AR.
Yo.
You want to do this NPR style, all things considered? Hello and welcome, I am Befallen Tragedy. Welcome to All Things Considered.
All things considered. Nah, we'll do it the AR way. Just wing it.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
Because I'm a Pegasus, so wing... Never mind.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a unicorn. I'll get Pegasus.
You're unicorn. You unicorn.
Unicorn, and I am one corn.
Corn. Corn's good. Anyways, yes, we read the story Anthropology. It's a long story.
Oh, it's not that long.
Yeah, it's true. I read it in about 5 hours.
Only 100-something thousand words.
153.
Right, whatever. So, yeah, somewhere around there.
But if you're a fast reader like me, you can read it in a few hours. It's really not that bad, actually. Especially because it's a very well done story. I was able to get into it until a certain point where I'm like, okay, I don't know. I found her mundaneness in the... No, wait, I found her daily life in the real world mundane for a couple chapters here and there. I don't know.
Alright, anyways. The premise of the story is that Lyra, everybody's favorite background pony.
I thought that was derpy.
Besides Applejack.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
She believes in humans. Of course, that's all that stuff.
I know, right?
She's obsessed with it. She's obsessed with it ever since she was little and was in magic school.
Yeah. Her parents saw her weird, and so they told her to stay away from it. They thought it wasn't doing her well, that she just kept reading up on humans, but lo and behold, she doesn't listen to her parents like most of America, and she just kept getting more and more drawn into the ideas that were created from reading about humans, the whole premise of our society, the whole function of our bodies compared to being a pony.
And eventually, years later down the road, whenever she rooms with everybody's second favorite confectionist, Bon.
Wait, who's the first? Pinky?
Yes, of course.
She's not really a confectionist.
She makes candy too.
Well, yeah, but she's just Pinkie Pie. That's
Shut
about
up.
all I can say. She doesn't really bake.
Anyways.
No.
She starts going deeper into humans, and eventually she's obsessed with hands, and she makes fingers grow out of her hoof. Creepy.
That always makes me think of that video when Pinky says, "Look what I can do with my hooves." Lyra in the background looks at her hoof, and then sad music starts to play.
I love that video.
But yeah, so she actually developed some sort of crude magic spell to make hands, and what she does is start playing the lyre better, because when she played the lyre, she'd always use magic, and she imagined an imaginary sort of hand playing it, but now she actually made these makeshift magical hands with, I think it's a transformation spell of some sort?
Yeah, something like that.
Her playing actually improved, which was very entertaining to read, especially when Bon saw her with the hands and just flipped her lid. That was great. So, moving on to the basic premise, because there's a lot to cover, and we don't need to go over the entire story, because you read it. Otherwise, if you're watching it, I don't know what you're doing if you haven't read this. Anyway.
This would be an hour-long review if we went over everything, probably an hour and a half.
Yeah. So...
This isn't going to be another... What story was that? The Nightmare Moonfall one. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, the one with Nyx.
Yeah.
That's a very... What's it called?
Son of a bitch.
Oh, that's a very popular story, too.
Pinstroke, I know that. Past Sins, that's it.
Yeah, Past Sins, that's what it was. How do we forget that? That's a very popular story in the fan base.
Sometimes you just draw blanks. Anyways, right? that review was pretty long.
Anyway, so after the whole session with hands and humans, she actually goes to Twilight Sparkle to find another book on hands in more detail and more depth, which was just before the hand incident with Lyra. After doing so, one day, I think it's a couple months after this instance of playing with her hands, her parents come down for a visit, which they sent a letter, they said, but it was probably
Derpy
lost in
lost it.
derpy mail, which 80% of their packages come in good condition. The other 20%, well, let's just say they're 20% cooler. So, her parents come down, surprise visit, so Lyra freaks out and starts putting things, like hiding all of her books and research notes on humans and their history. And so she spends some time awkwardly with her parents when there's a knock at the door, and Lyra's all, oh my gosh, someone to distract me, and opens the door. It's Twilight, and Twilight actually wants to know if she has the book that Lyra had borrowed from Twilight, from her, not yes. And so takes the book back because Celestia wants Twilight to do some research on humans. So Lyra gets a bit concerned from this. The story goes on to where Lyra will eventually help out Twilight in research for Princess Celestia.
Yes, and basically why Lyra starts thinking that Twilight is a spy and Princess Celestia is part of some big conspiracy.
Like
because
we think our government is.
Well, let's go back something. Previously, Lyra on Nightmare Night, Lyra asked Luna about humans, and Luna kind of flipped her lid because she's Luna, and she doesn't have the poison. And she doesn't have the poison grace of a real princess.
So she swore like a sailor. She was drinking her whiskey, stuff like that.
I'm preparing for my hate mail.
I know, right?
BefallenTragedy@gmail.com. Bring it on.
Bring it on, haters. Anyways, Luna's my favorite princess, so you can send the love mail to me, Cabral095@gmail.com. So I'll take the love mail. You could take the hate mail. Got it?
Gotcha.
Okay. Moving on.
Anyways, shut up, lightning. Anyways, yeah, she asked Luna. Luna flipped her lid, and she decided, oh man, humans are real. Luna said so.
Well, human. Lyra's. I can't say Luna. I said Huma, and then Lyru. I don't. It's like a Pokemon. Lyru, go.
Lyruna, go.
Lyruna, there you go. But so yeah, so she suspects that humans existed at some point, and she believes that they are extinct now in Equestria because they're nowhere in sight.
Nowhere.
But so eventually, after the whole taking research of Twilight, saying letters to the princess about research, Lyra actually gets a gig in Canterlot to play the lyre, because that is her talent.
At the Grand Galloping Gala.
At the Grand Galloping Gala, we screwed it up today. At the Grand Galloping Gala, we messed everything. Okay.
I can only imagine the at the convention song the French witchcraft people did.
Oh my gosh.
God, that was hilarious.
Yay. I don't know why, but my chubby pony waifu stuck in my head. Anyways.
Rest in peace, Friendship and Witchcraft.
I know, right? I think
2012 to 2013.
I know. Curse you, Hasbro! Oh well. It's the hub we love, and the MLP creators in Studio B, not Hasbro. They're different. So, yes, so she's doing all the research notes and preparing for the Grand Galloping Gala at the same time. She will go to the Grand Galloping Gala, play, and be bored out of her mind. Like everyone would at that sort of a formal event. Except me, because I'd be pretty much a Pinkie Pie in the entire area. It would be pretty interesting, actually. I kind of want to go to one of those kind of events now and just, ruin everything.
Oh, yeah, and who is the person playing, or the pony playing right next to Lyra? None other than Octavia.
Octavia's here, and she plays the cello.
Why does Octavia have a Scottish accent, Amber?
Because she's Octavia. Yeah, Scottish Octavia is now canon.
Scottavian.
There you go. Scottavia versus the world. But, so she talks with Octavia about, because Octavia, when she plays the cello, if you look in the actual episode, she stands on her hind legs, because
she does.
She has to reach the necks and the strings. And I don't know why I'm going in that kind of depth if you read it. So, although you may be one of those readers like, yeah, I read it. Like a long time ago. But
you're a liar.
I know, right?
You're a phony.
No one's here who actually read this story. They're like, I heard it was a good story. They're here because of the song.
Of course.
But, well, that's why I had to be here. But we're not going to sing it for you. Yet. I don't know. So, during the and galloping gala. Lyra actually gets a notice from some pony who says the princess wants to see you after the whole event. Octavia's mouth drops and she's like, whoop! So, after the whole thing, all the ponies leave. Lyra meets with Celestia, and she learns the true history of the humans, which I don't know, it was just brought on too quick, but we'll go after that.
Hold on. Here's what happened to the humans. They used to be in Equestria. They fought a lot. Discord came, went, ooh, these people already make chaos. I can manipulate this, and basically destroyed the humans by pitting them against each other. The end.
My Little Pony. I used to. There you go.
Cue the title card.
Cue sequence. All right, but so that's basically the history of the humans. Celestia tells Lyra that she's more than what she thinks she is. She's a bit more than a unicorn. Which, by the way, just hearing that you're a unicorn is awkward enough. But I mean, imagine the reverse Anthropology series coming up soon. I mean, what? I expect there to be like a reverse Anthropology. I'm actually a pony, not a human. I'm sure there's already those out there, actually. Kind of interested to read one now. Anyway, we're not reading those stories. So, she talked with her parents who were all concerned, about the whole human thing, but now they're telling her that, yes, Celestia told us what you were, and we hid it from you. Ah, ha, 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 ha. And then they said, here's a picture I hid in a closet that you couldn't reach because you were too short. Ha. So I hid it there. And yeah. And this is an old picture we found with you when you were just a cub, he called her, because he didn't know what human babies were called. And so it was a picture of her actual parents. So Lyra makes the fateful decision overnight on what she wants to do, because Celestia said she can go back to Earth. So she does the logical thing. Goes back to Earth.
Okay, hold on. Basically,
yes.
Celestia said she's a human.
You want to go back to Earth? No.
Celestia said she's a human and went, hey, you can go back to Earth if you want. You gotta talk to your parents.
Yeah, I went over that.
Lyra went and talked to her parents. Her parents said, well, okay, if you're sure, but we really don't want you to go.
But if you're sure, you can go. But if you really, but we don't want you to. But if you're really sure, you can go. It's just, we love you so much. But if you're sure, you can go. But what about your friend? But if you want to, you can go. That sort of situation.
Basically, Lyra said, I'm sorry, person who raised me, but I'm going to leave you now for a world I never been to, and only dreamed of.
I know, right? Which the dreams were cool, but we'll cover that later. So, yeah, she goes back to Earth, and where's she end up? Iowa, of all places. I'm like, hey, man, Iowa?
I said, don't bash Iowa, that's a state above me.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like, yes, she's near me, but my town was mentioned in this story. I was happy.
Lodi, I don't remember that town being mentioned anywhere.
It was. They were talking about CCR, and she actually started playing the song Lodi, written by them.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, my town is awesome because it has a song for it. But
you got to remember that Iowa is okay because they're progressive and allow gay marriage. Boom.
Yeah, of course.
So, Lyra's cool.
Well, she doesn't even know what that is, I'm sure.
Well, no shit, but still.
Your answer. Anyway, moving on to the story. So she ends up in the grassiest land you could ever end up in. Kansas. No, not really, Iowa.
Kansas is the worst state in the union, damn Jayhawks.
Well, I was going to say...
If you're from Kansas, stop listening right now because I will bash you to no end.
I was going to say Montana, but Montana's alright, I guess.
That's between Kansas and I.
Well, at least Kansas, she wasn't in France. I would have been a bit mad. I don't know why. I don't really like the French too much.
AR, we're getting off topic.
No, you're getting off topic. Anyway, back to the story. So she's in Iowa, then she goes to the town, then she realized she's in Des Moines. She had no idea how to say that. Which is Des Moines. Although the S is silent at the end, so it's just
By the way, it is properly pronounced Des Moines.
I say Des Moines. But, well, I'm Californian. I can say what I want. LA town is falling down, all around it's falling down.
Alright, anyways,
we're
she goes into Des Moines, and she finds somebody to help her. Blah, blah, blah. Skip ahead. She makes some friends, joins a band, she shreds guitar like none other.
Wow, this sounds like one of those new teen movies coming out, something like that. Out of nowhere,
And then
enters new town, makes friends, starts a band, shreds the guitar like no other. That sounds like a teen movie.
then she finds out who her father is, a John Delancey lookalike by the name of like John McCallicos or something like that.
Yeah, McAllister. So John McAllister.
It's like Michaela.
I know, something like that. Some Greek name, which I'm pretty sure it's not Greek. I was looking at it, I'm like, that's not Greek.
John Stamos is Greek.
I'm Greek. Actually, I'm Portuguese. Anyway.
It's John Stamos, not you.
I'm Portuguese, in a way. So, why is the cat sleeping on my bed? Sorry, just noticed the cat. Alright, so, yeah. Alright. I did like a double take to make sure. Okay. So yes, makes some friends, gets on the guitar, finds out who her real father is, takes a flight in an airplane going 33,000 feet in the air. Wait, no, that's too high. It's like 3,000 feet.
No, 33,000 sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking about that too now. Why do we fly that high?
Because it's safe.
It's safe? But yeah, we're not.
That's the joke.
Is this high enough? No, you're gonna hit something like what? A cloud?
A building?
Yeah, 25,000 feet in the air. You're gonna hit a building, alright.
A mountain? I don't know.
We don't have mountains that tall.
We do too. I know somebody who's playing with ran into Mount Rainier.
Mount Reindeer? What?
Rainier. It's in Washington.
Oh, yes,
State.
Rainier. I thought you said reindeer. I'm like, what the heck is Mount Reindeer? Where are you from? Equestria?
I'm from Missouri.
You're from Missouri. Anyway, back to the story. So, she meets her father. Which, I don't know. I felt that a bit too accepting. Moving on. Let's see. Meets her father, meets the family, meets the child, meets the daughter. Wait, that's...
Okay, here's the kicker. Her dad is a fantasy writer, and her mom is a fantasy painter. She paints the cover for her dad, and her little sister believes in unicorns.
I know, right? Like the perfect setting. You're like,
yeah.
Convenience.
Blah. Just bellissimo.
I know. Convenience. My name is convenient.
Anthropology.
There you go. So after the whole meeting her parents, getting situated things, they find out through some DNA testing she actually is their biological daughter, regardless of the green hair mutation. Which, I don't know why, but I would really notice someone with green hair. I have people with pink and red hair in my college.
Whoa. It's not green, it's mint.
It's a shade of green.
No, it's part green, part blue. It's mint. It's a different color, all of its own.
Fine. Either way, I know some people with strange hair colors in my school. One of my teachers dyes his hair every other quarter. And he is the skinniest 6'4" man in the world you will ever see. He's in a punk rock band.
Nice.
And he needs insulin intake, so I don't know. And he's an English teacher too. I'm just like, he's a punk rocker? Anyway, moving on. I go to a great college. You should go there sometime, people. Where were we? Yes, meets a family. Something weird then happens as she's with her family getting readjusted a few days. She begins hearing voices through headphones. Not music singing, some different kind of voices.
Yes, the voice, the sweet dulcet tones of her father, John Delancey.
I know, right? Oh, Lyra. That's not John Delancey. Well, what kind of...
I say, you just did a British accent for John Delancey.
Oh, Lyra, I've missed you.
Yeah.
That's the
British Discord.
That's the Discord of Earth. There are two different Discords. One's in Equestria, one's on Earth. The one on Earth sounds like this. Oh, hello, Lyra. I've missed you.
Everybody knows the Brits are evil.
Oh, wow. You're kind.
They're chaotic. Let's see. Who have I alienated this podcast?
Well,
the Kansans?
Wait, what are they called? Kansantonians? Kansanites?
No, they're Kansans.
I kind of like Kansanites.
No, they're Kansans, the Brits. Oh, hold on. Everyone from North Dakota, you're not a state. Okay, so North Dakota.
North Dakota is just a subdivision of Canada.
Exactly.
But,
I think that's about it. Okay, 3. I know,
right? Okay, so, back to Discord on the headphones. I found that pretty interesting, did they explain how Discord even got on Earth at all?
I think they might have.
I don't really think it was mentioned too much. I think it was like a blip of something in Equestria, which I must say, they never mentioned Equestria in their entire time on Earth for the most part until towards the end.
I say, Lyra told the stories to her little sister about
Yeah,
Equestria.
but I mean, it didn't happen until like you go from like chapters 1 through 14 are all in Equestria, and then 15 to like 22 are like all on Earth with no mention of Equestria. So
It was a good contrast. I
yeah,
mean,
that's true. I just kind of like some like bloop. Oh, they're still
okay,
alive
anyways,
in Equestria.
Lyra's over on the East Coast now in Pennsylvania with her family, and she makes more
Californians
friends.
are best.
So far, right now she's up to six friends. Think about that for a
I know,
minute.
right?
Anywho, she starts reading
I have
books on
around
American history,
1,000.
learning all this stuff.
Oh.
She starts learning about American history and all this stuff.
Which I must say, we
And
probably
then,
have one of the most colorful histories of the entire human race for only 200 years.
oh yeah,
But moving on.
we're okay. Anyways, and one day when she's walking back from the bookstore with her headphones in, something even stranger happens.
Stranger.
She gets turned into, well, a pony again, a
I know,
unicorn.
right? I was a bit confused at first. I'm like, wait, what just happened? I had to like reread that line. I'm like, what just happened?
Discord worked his funky magic to turn her back into a pony. And then she had to go home and explain to her dad
Funky
why she
ass
had four leaves,
juju.
a tail, you know.
Yeah.
So she explained to her
Which was
dad.
very interesting when she explained it to her dad. He was a bit accepting, but I suppose him being a fantasy writer was helpful for him. And also the distraction that she was levitating something with magic really caught his attention, so I'm sure that dimmed down the whole my daughter's a pony right now.
And also the LCD he took earlier that morning.
I know,
helped.
right? So that was a very interesting conversation they had. A lot of history.
Wait, did I say LCD? I mean LSD. Man.
LCD, I was going to say.
LCD.
I was thinking about that in the
what?
back of my mind. I'm like, did he just say LCD?
He took a TV earlier that
It sounds like
morning.
a TV station. Hello and welcome to the LCD News. I'm your host.
You have to remember the high sense, man.
I know.
Anyway.
So they talk. Then did he disappear or did he run off to go get the rest of the family?
He went to go get the
Okay,
rest of the
that's right.
family, and then Lyra disappeared via the
That's
rocket.
right, that's what
Celestia.
it was.
She went back to Equestria.
Okay, yep, she went back to Equestria, which was interesting, to say the least, for Lyra.
Oh yes, because she talked to Bon Bon, told him about everything. Bon Bon still didn't
Well, of
believe her
course
because
not.
Bon Bon's a bitch in the story.
Yeah, which makes sense. Although, I don't know why, when I was reading that, I imagined Ponyville all in panic for some reason. It was like,
Well, she wasn't in her human form. She's
yeah, I
fine.
know, but I just kept imagining stuff was happening from Discord and Ponyville for some reason. I don't know why.
So, anyways, with post haste,
With post haste, the one fancy phrase we're using throughout this whole thing, with post haste.
Lyra makes her way to Canterlot to see Celestia.
Yes.
And what happens whenever she sees Celestia?
Ah, crap, this girl again. I thought I got rid of you!
Oh, come on.
What are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy? You're reading Twilight. Damn it! Get out! No. Anyways. Where were we? Celestia. Meeting Celestia, yes. The whole taking the elements of harmony to Earth happens. More interesting things happen, and amazingly, all of her 6 friends are able to actually get to Pennsylvania. Kind of interesting how that all happened. Okay, we're back after internet troubles again.
Anyway.
I got to... Okay, what did I say? Yeah. So...
You said, I thought I got rid of you.
Yeah, I'm like, can't you see I'm busy? I'm reading Twilight, damn it. But, then after that I said...
Running my fanfic, go
Yeah,
away.
I know, right? And then I said, what was it first? Let's see. Then they had the whole Elements of Harmony going to Earth, and then, amazingly, all 6 of Lyra's friends are able to get to Pennsylvania.
Yes. They all wanted to see Hershey Land.
I know, right? It's just like, they got to Pennsylvania pretty quick.
Hey, man. If your friend who's a magical unicorn tells you to come to Pennsylvania, you're gonna do it.
I know, right? Especially if you're Randall. That guy's so loyal, man.
Yeah, man. And Aubrey, she's so kind.
I love that. I don't know why when I was reading that, I was just like, as soon as she started saying, I'm like, oh no.
No, this is episode 2 all over again.
I know, right? But
Anyways, so all 6 of her friends get there. They see the ponies and probably have some of the best damn dialogue in the whole damn story.
I know that's why I loved it, because I was skimming.
Randall and Paul, it's like Congratulations, you're now part of the honorary unicorn squad.
The dialogue was great at the ending. That's why, like, for one of the chapters I skimmed through, because most of it was descriptions. I'm like, I know what's going on. I just want more dialogue because that really progressed the story for me. But well, I mean, for later chapters, dialogue really progressed the story for me in later chapters. But
You have to remember one thing with Discord's reign
yeah.
over humanity. With great power comes great responsibility, but with eternal chaos comes chocolate rain.
I know, right? And not even a single drop of whipped cream anywhere.
Not a single dog!
What's that from again?
That's from Keep Calm and Flutter On.
Okay, good.
Bad episode, but I mean, good quote.
No, that was good. I think it would have been much better if it was extended.
Probably. Anyways, onwards
and upwards. I will say that the Chloe meeting Fluttershy was great. She just, are you Fluttershy? Well, then she just runs up and hugs her. She's like, do I know you? So I just found that hilarious and adorable.
Yes, and Fluttershy and Chloe, Lyra's little sister, they hit it off, so that's good.
Yes, clearly.
So anyways, once Lyra's all 6 friends get there, and they're like, we have a plan. And so they're like, everybody get in the van. Plus you, Twilight, you can come too, but nobody else.
Get in the van. Mickey's back there. Oh, shut up, Mickey.
Oh,
anyways, hello, kids.
They start driving to New York City, where Discord is located, and probably one of the funniest lines in the whole goddamn story happens when they drive through New Jersey.
Yeah.
They're looking out and like, there's peppermint trees. They're like the roads being turned to checkerboard, and roads being ripped up and turned into curlicues and everything. He looks out and he goes, "Oh, thank goodness it's unharmed."
Thank goodness it's unharmed. I would have said something similar. I would have been like, "Yep, we're in New Jersey."
Because everybody knows, for being called the Garden State, it's no garden.
It's
and
not.
As for New Jersey people,
New Jersey and France are probably the universal things to make fun of, and healthcare.
Yes.
So, well, universal healthcare that is, and.
That's not funny. It's good. Unless you're a Republican, a damn 30 Republican. That's 5. Damn.
Yes, I'm not leaving. You've offended me. No. Moving on. Okay, yeah. But I loved when they just met Discord. And Discord, what is your problem with listening to stories? You have to learn to get out of that. I mean, seriously.
When will villains learn that long, lengthy monologues are never good, be it from the hero or the villain?
I know, right? And your mighty rain will fall today, as Octavius said. But, moving on. Like SpongeBob tearing down the mantles of this establishment and stuff. You picket, not a picket fence, a picket sign. How's this? No.
Anyways, Lyra and her 6 friends wield the elements of harmony. So the elements of harmony the ponies use have no power in the human world. So they use humans. So they use them. Boom, Discord's turned back to stone. Everything's hunky-dory.
I know, pretty much. She goes back to visit Equestria, talk with her friend, eat some cupcakes, and then it ends off with how the beginning of the whole story ended. Began. Beginning of how the whole story ended? No. I don't know what I was thinking.
It ended the way it began.
Yeah, I know. It ended the way it began. Are you going to finish that? Which, it took us a half hour just to describe the basic synopsis of the story. I'm glad we did it my way and not your description scene by scene, personally.
Hey, fuck you.
Well, okay, there's one discrimination for me. Then again, I made fun of French a little bit, I think. Did I make fun of them yet?
Yes, you made fun of the French multiple times.
They're smelly. So, that's 2 people I've made fun of, and like, oh, my kitty's so adorable. Okay. Yes, so, overall thoughts on this story?
I love it. This story is what made Lyra my favorite background going hands down.
Hooves down, hands down. It'd be hands.
Whatever. I have hands, so hands.
Hands are awesome. But, it is a very well done story. It's an entertaining story. The comic relief is very well put together throughout this story. Especially
like
towards the end.
Lyra first tastes a hamburger.
I like where Paul said, "You're going to get to me now, aren't you?" And then she starts describing Paul.
Oh man, not me.
It was a great story. What really caught my attention in the story was the ending because of the comedy and the dialogue towards the end, last chapters. But also the beginning. I was so entranced in learning the history that humans had in Equestria, so it was very interesting for me to read that.
It's just whenever you're reading the story, you're reading about how passionately Lyra believes in him. For a minute, you're like, I believe in humans too. And then you realize you're like, wait a minute.
I'm with you, Lyra. They do exist. It's like one of those moments where you want to like drop in the scene where she's talking with Twilight. We exist, damn it!
We exist. Look upon us and be amazed.
And be amazed. But that would cause like chaos everywhere. That reminds me of that there's another story. I need to read that. My friend told me some guy ended up in the Equestrian universe and he got cartoon powers.
Yes.
What is that story? I need to read it.
I don't know, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah, but he got cartoon
Anyways.
powers, and he was like running from all of them. He got anvils out of his pockets. He had the Looney Tunes power. I would love to be able to do what the Looney Tunes characters can do. That'd just be awesome.
All right, anyways, my favorite parts of the story, I mean, it has to be the comment, but the comedy in it is great, but also the conspiracy and stuff Lyra comes up with.
Oh, exactly.
It's so intricately put together, and it's just awesome.
I also like how they had the subtle notes to actual episodes. But my question is, how did Lyra know what went on with Fluttershy in the episodes of the MLP, the series?
She watches it every Saturday.
I know, at 10 in the morning. Well, it'd be 10 for me. I think it's like, what, noon for you it airs?
It's 10 for me.
10 for you. It's 10 for me. But time to... Never mind. Okay. Which is probably why I can find it at 9 in the morning instead of 10. Anywho. Yes, but good story, great writing, good comedy. I really love the conspiracies and ideas throughout this whole story, especially with the equestrian history. And
I liked how Celestia and Luna came up with her swarming play all by themselves.
I know, right? And then Celestia, I personally like created
Chancellor Puddinghead. Yeah,
that was great.
Great.
But that is a thing that was noted. The wasn't the like the banners they didn't line up or something like that with Celestia? Yeah. I think that's an actual thing too in the script.
Probably.
Yeah, but let's see, what else was there? What were some of the problems you had with this story? There has to be a couple of things here and there.
You know what? I can't say I had a problem with the story. I loved it all.
Oh, come on. There's got to be something you're like, oh, I didn't like the way that flowed.
I mean, she's such a negative person, but on this, I'm just like, this is a perfect story, man.
This is the perfect bedtime story. Here, kids, I'm gonna read this to you.
This is a perfect story. I loved it. Loved every minute of it.
This is a perfect story to read to your kids in one sitting.
Kids.
No, but
What are those?
I will say that. Oh, what was it? There was probably really. Meeting with the band was interesting, although I kind of didn't like that we didn't hear from the rest of the band members again. But that was probably for the better.
Octavia's the only important one.
I know, right? I meant the band she was in when she played the guitar.
Oh, well then, I thought you were talking about the...
No, they're not a band. They're
an ensemble.
Yeah, they're an ensemble. There's a difference. But, Kitty, what are you doing? Okay. But yeah, I don't know, just... What was it also?
I mean, I had no problems with it, man.
Okay. Mint green hair would be very distracting if you actually saw that out in public.
Well, not in today's world. People dye their hair all kind of crazy.
Yeah, but we're not in Japan, so we don't see it as common. I mean, I go to school, I see like...
You don't?
There's like a total of 5 people with oddly colored hair at my school.
Dude, in my school we had, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's weird, oh my god. No, it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, somebody dyed their hair. Big whoop.
Yeah, I know. But there's only like... I go to an art school. There's only like 5 or 6 people with that, including my teacher.
I say, wait, you go to an art school, there's not a lot of people with funny colored hair? Man, you're going to the wrong art school.
It is a private art school.
Oh.
It's expensive because all the people there are actually there to learn, so they're not weird and partying all the time. Because, like, if you go to my college, there's, like, not a lot of parties at all. But it's because they're spending all their money on going to this college and focusing on learning.
Not a party college. That's a wrong education choice, kids.
It's $1,100 a class. Come join me.
In this economy? Fuck you.
Hey, I live in the high-end middle class, upper middle class. That's me.
Do you pay rent?
No, I live with my
that
parents.
That probably helps.
They're paying.
Yeah,
they're paying for it. We get the overall household gets 6 digits. Triple digits.
Oh yeah, you live in the valley in California. Yeah, I forgot.
I know, right? The Valley, California. Oh, he's rich. Not the Southern Valley. Central. Much better. Anyways.
You're still well off, man.
I know, right? I'm not in misery. Anywho. But back to the story. After the distractions and getting to know me, AR, hello, I'm waving my hand right now. You can't see. Or hoof, as you prefer. Or wing, because I'm Pegasus. What are we doing now? Describing the story. What would you rate this story?
Oh, on this one. It goes up to 11, man. 11 out of 10. Boom.
Wow,
Befallen,
that's pretty
Befallen
high.
Tragedy, seal of approval.
That's
Right there.
that's not a very like high-end seal either.
No, that's a very high-end seal. No one ever gets that seal.
I got that seal once. I don't remember what it was. What was it for?
I can't remember, but I gave it to you, and I mean, you probably did something awesome.
Oh well. Yeah, I jumped off a skyscraper.
Wait, no. It was for the intro for the.
That's right.
Made by the very talented AR.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and I made the music for it too. I don't care if it was looped or not from GarageBand, but I made it work. I actually had to do all the sound editing and make it match up and everything too. So, anyway, there were several instruments in that. Moving on. For me, I'd probably give the story a 9.5 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. For me personally, it was some of the, I don't know, it seemed a little bit drawn out to me with her time on Earth, but I understand it had to be. This is just me personally. Because, I don't know, it just seemed too lengthy a little bit, but I understand that she's now living on Earth, so it has to be like that. But it did seem a little bit drawn out here and there. Lyra telling people that she's from a different place. Her eating a burger was hilarious. Who did I just eat?
Oh my god, who was?
I'm
Did I have
so...
a family?
I could just picture Audrey. Oh my god, so sorry. But, why do I keep messing with that? Leave that there. Keep messing with the little debit card thing. I don't know why. Crap. Yeah, but, like I said, a lot of comedy, good writing, great story, understory, like the overall archy theme of the story is very well done.
It was very interesting. It kept me hooked.
I think they could have given a bit more human history or a bit more description about how Discord got to Earth.
No, I think, well, I mean, the Discord to Earth thing, but the human history, I mean, they wanted to keep it mysterious because you're looking at it from Lyra's point of view.
This is true also, yeah, I understand that, but it would have been nice to have some more ideas as to what exactly happened, but that's why they make sequels.
No, there's not going to be an Anthropology sequel, I don't think.
Actually, there is.
Really? Yeah. I'm going to message Jason the Human about that.
Who?
Jason the Human, the writer.
Wait, you know him?
No, I'm going to message him about it, though, on fanfiction.
Oh. We'll see if he actually wrote it first. I don't know. He might have been someone else.
He did write it, I checked.
Oh, you just literally checked?
Dude, I know the guy who wrote it. I also know who wrote Background Company. That's Short Skirts and Explosions.
Can you tell him I said hi?
Sure, I will.
Okay. I love getting those responses. Who the hell is AR? But I do that a lot. Like someone, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go talk with this girl." I'm like, "Tell him I said hi." Like one of my friends, he knows Stathisto. I'm like, "Oh, tell him I said hi." He's like, "All right."
AR said hi.
Yeah, from Stathisto. Stathisto's all, "Who the hell is AR?" Anyway.
You want to know? He's that one annoying guy who keeps sending you emails.
I don't send him emails. Okay, wait. I think I sent like 2 emails. Anyway, where was I? Yes, the getting Discord to Earth thing. I don't know. I think they could have gone a little bit more on how it happened, or like maybe one of the ponies thinks of how it could have happened. I think that would have made a bit of a nicer touch in that instead of just leaving you complete like, how the hell did he get here? Because they are 2 separate worlds, and when he corrupted humans, that was in Equestria. That was different, entirely different world.
Wait. Yeah? I think they might have explained it, like, whenever,
They might have? Okay.
I think they might have, whenever Lyra went into the human world via Celestia's magic, it like, left open a little rift that Discord magic could seep through.
Okay.
I think that was...
That makes sense.
Long, short
then again, it was a long story, and I read it in about 5 hours, so...
Yeah.
I may have skimmed 1 or 2 lines. Mostly the descriptive part. I stayed for the dialogue because I love the dialogue.
And yeah, Jason the Human wrote the story. Yeah.
Well, you've already said that.
I know. I'm on his fanfiction page now. So. Yeah.
But you are. Never mind. Any other last thoughts or anything you want to talk about with this story?
Go read it. If you haven't, it's awesome. If you have,
if you haven't, why are you listening to us?
And if you have read it and haven't given it your thumbs up and favorite, go do that now, because I will come for you.
I haven't favorited it yet.
I will come for you, AR.
Yes, good luck in California.
I'm magic. Fuck you.
Oh, he's magic. You know. He'll
Hey,
get
man.
you in the night. He'll whip your throat with a knife. He's BT.
All
Oh.
right, anyways,
Sorry.
next week, next week is very special because next week is my birthday, 19.
Oh,
Thank
crap.
you.
I'm older than
And
you. Ha! I know, it's
yes, you
weird,
are.
isn't it? I'm older than him. I'll be 20
You're
this
an old,
year.
you're an old fart, AR.
I'll be
Anyways,
20 this year. That's not an old fart.
anyways, hold on. Let's see.
You know how weird it
Oh
is
man,
to say
stop.
you'll be 20 this year? That's just like really weird.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for now?
Okay, sorry. Anyways, next week, everybody but me, well, a lot of people but me, will be reviewing my
Uh,
story, Love Conquers
yeah,
All.
so that means
So
I'll be hosting the event, so be sure to be there because I'm clearly the most entertaining in the entire
it'll
cast.
be,
My
it'll
eye!
be either,
Sorry.
it'll be either AR or Lightning. It
Oh,
depends.
come on! Oh, well.
Well, you're good at hosting it, but that man has his own
This
podcast.
is
You
true.
don't.
I do hosting on his podcast.
Yeah, you co-host.
This is true. I got something in my eye, dang it. I think it's a
And
sign. It's a sign to end this. End this tyranny of
all
talking.
right, we'll end it. But first, I want to thank AR for having this nice little quiet evening with me. Thank you.
What? Oh, you're welcome.
Yes,
Yes, you
and
owe me
I think
$5.
this was our funniest podcast yet. I think
What? That wasn't that.
it was, no doubt. Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
I'll wait for other ones. But also, wait. I didn't give my final thoughts. Okay, I did a long time ago because I said it was a good story, funny, and stuff like that. Okay. Um, although Lyra learning the guitar was interesting, an interesting switch from the harp, which I must say, the harp is an amazing instrument because you do not see people playing the harp anymore.
It's not a harp. It's a lyre. There's a difference.
Dang it! It's basically a handheld harp.
There's a difference.
No-
A lyre is an ancient Greek instrument.
Yes, this is true. Like I said, you do not see. Well, actually, you still don't see people playing a harp that often. You rarely see anyone ever playing a lyre. But her switching guitar, I think, was a nice transition. It fitted well, and that sentence sounded awkward because it said.
Wait. Did you just say it fitted well?
It flowed well with the story.
It fit well. Fitted is not. I don't think.
Hey, I
fitted
know.
is the
I
proper
listened.
term.
I had to listen to myself again. I'm like, fitted. Did I just say fitted? She was fitted with a new tire. No. But it flowed well with the story and it added to it because obviously no one's going to take a lyrist. A liar.
A lyrist.
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 I'm going to say lyrist because it has her name Lyra-ist.
It's called a lyre, but it's called a lyrist. I mean, it's a piano. We don't say
I am
a
now going to
pianist.
name my
It's a
daughter
pianist.
Lyra. So, let's see.
Just like, hey, it's not dot mauve, it's dot move, because you don't say mauve, it's movie.
I say mauve. I say dot
You don't
mauve.
say mauve either. You don't say movie, it's movie.
You said the two things I didn't say. Well, three technically. Yeah.
Alright. Anyways, I think this is the end of our little
It's the
discussion.
end of the podcast. So yeah. Can I do like the Muffin Lovin' Productions outro? Like we feel sorry for each and every one of you.
Hold on. Thank you for listening to our very off-track podcast. We're sorry. We love you.
We're sorry. Go get a life, please. Please.
AR, take us out.
No, with what?
Whatever you want, man.
He'll slice your neck with a knife. He'll kill you in the head at night. Wait, that didn't